Old epic hero abilities can be found in the trader for 1,500 gems, but unfortunately, you're broke and you can't spend money on this mobile game. So how do you unlock the abilities that everybody's telling you that you should purchase? What's going on, my friends from Clash of Clans? My name is Joe. Welcome back for episode 3 of the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series, day 57 since we started this account. And in our last video, we discussed ways that you can spend your clan war league medals, raid medals, and gems to ultimately benefit your villages in the long run. So we applied some of those methods by going into the raid medal section, and we purchased a few things after making that video. The glowy ore option, obviously because we're trying to upgrade hero abilities. We also purchased all 3 of the research potions, and we purchased all 3 of the wall ring options. We sold the wall rings for 75 gems. Then we went into our league shop and we went ahead and spent all of the league medals by purchasing the resource potion for 5 medals each, gaining 10 gems each time that we sold, and that took us from 1,092 gems up to 1,507. And then we claimed some obstacles and some gems from the gem mine and got up to 1,526. Well, then I was trying to take it one step further because I was really torn on the part of purchasing one thing when I wanted to upgrade the lab assistant as well. So I went ahead and pushed from Crystal League all the way up to Champions League. Now, I have to mention this because I think a lot of players out there get like things that we say in videos a little confused, in the sense that none of this is easy, okay? When you're playing Clash of Clans for free, you have to trade off one thing or the other. And what I mean by that is you can't buy everything in the raid metal shop that you want, plus, get gems, plus speed up your villages. It's one thing or the other. You're either buying magic items to sell to claim free gems, or you're buying items to use on your home villages to speed up the process, like the builder potion. And then when it comes to trophy pushing, well, it's just absolutely brutal. Let me show you some examples. When we first started out in Crystal League, we were finding Town Hall 10s. And so we were using baby dragons and lightning spells and the stone slammer to easily 3-star Town Hall 10s. Well, then we started getting up into about Masters 2 and we started finding Town Hall 12s. I don't know how it gets like this. You go from like finding Town Hall 11s and 10s to finding all Town Hall 12s. And so we were facing stuff, well, this one's actually kind of easy because the Town Hall's on the outside of the base, but you'll get the general consensus of what we were doing. We switched from the stone slammer into the battle blimp, obviously because the battle blimp targets the Town Hall and you can release rocket balloons or balloons on top of the Town Hall and take it out. So we use baby dragons to focus on picking up percent first before trying to take down the Town Hall. Obviously here we use the King's ability and the Minion Prince. We did have a hero potion activated because it was starting to get a little bit more difficult. And then we sent the battle blimp in here to try to grab some more percent with some rocket balloons and pretty cut and dry, simple stuff. Baby dragons around the base to pick up the necessary stars to get about 5 or 6 trophies, depending on the range that the Town Hall's village was located. Now, what you have to understand is that this is not a fast process. It wasn't like I just sat there for an hour and did some attacks and pushed from Crystal League all the way up to Champions League. No, this was like an all-day affair. And what's even more annoying is that once we got to about 30 trophies out from Champions League, we went from finding Town Hall 12s to all Town Hall 13s. And I was like, oh my gosh, now we get to deal with scatter shots and Royal Champion. And it's just, oh my gosh, it was so annoying. So we ended up having to really be selective about the bases that we were attacking and finding these bases where the Town Halls are really close to the edge that we could essentially snipe off with a battle blimp, using lightning spells in the same exact method as the Town Hall 12s by taking out 2 of them and either using the lightning spells to deal with an air defense or an air sweeper if it's facing the Town Hall. In this case, we went ahead and roasted the Archer Queen and then dropped baby dragons around the outside of the base to do the same thing as before, picking up percentage, trying to avoid activation of the Eagle Artillery, although that still happened here. Barbarian King, Minion Prince in the zone zone where we're trying to take down the town hall, and then we're going to use the Minions Prince ability once it's facing the town hall, activating it and sending in the battle blimp. There goes the battle blimp, activation of the ability, kind of slowing down the town hall, and then we get in there and take it down with the rocket balloons. And that gave us like 7 or 8 trophies, one of the two. But the point is that you're going to go from collecting about, 15 to 20 trophies down to 5, 6, 8, and it's just very, very grindy. But we completed the task and we achieved Champions League. So let's go ahead and claim those gems. We got 2,000 gems from getting the champions. That's the last one from the League All-Star achievement. We also did weaponized town halls, 20 gems there, as well as 250 Inferno towers. That's 200 gems, 20 Eagle artilleries, and that's 150 gems. And then I think we had one down here from the builder base where we did our second gear up. That's going to bring our grand total up to 3,926. So now we don't have to choose between purchasing an epic hero ability, but we can also upgrade the Builder's Apprentice and the Lab Assistant. Although the Lab Assistant is currently active and I subconsciously did it. I don't know. I didn't mean to do it, but I totally did it. So we're going to have to wait until he's finished to upgrade it. So let's go ahead and claim our first hero ability. And for me, that's going to be the spiky ball. I understand that some of you might not agree with that, but I need that ability for my Barbarian King. And also I want to mention that I held off on buying this thing because I wanted to do the trophy push without the epic ability to show you that it can be done. For those of you that think that you have to have these abilities to be successful in Clash of Clans. So there goes our first epic ability. Actually, our second epic hero ability. We also already have the magic mirror that we got for the Dark Days event. And now we can go ahead and spend the remaining gems on unlocking the Builder's Apprentice. That's 500 gems there. 1,000 gems total for Town Hall 10 by upgrading him to level 2. And that will leave us with 1426. We can spend that on upgrading our Lab Assistant to level 2 and level 3 at Town Hall 10. Also, make sure that you assign your helpers because they do not automatically assign themselves. This is one of those things that I have to continuously remember to check in on because I will forget, and that will sit there idle for a couple of days, which is a complete waste of gems, and you're not making back on your investment. So when it comes to gems, you can gem farm, but that's a very slow process. If you think about it, you're getting 75 gems per week by using the wall ring option with raid medals, and that's 300 gems a month. And then if you do clan war leagues, it really depends on how many medals you're getting each month and whether you're willing to spend all of them on the resource potions and sell them for gems. If your goal is to unlock hero abilities and upgrade the helpers, then that's probably your best option. It's definitely the one that I'm going to be doing, and then later on we will start purchasing builder potions once we get the abilities unlocked that I want and the levels assigned to those apprentice builder and lab assistant. We still have Summer Jam active in the game, and we are 17 hours out from the Elixir Boot Camp completing, and then we're going to be moving into the Dark Elixir Boot Camp. So let's get into our progress base and let me show you what's been done on this account. Obviously, the walls are fully maxed. I mean, when you're trophy pushing and you're claiming resources like crazy, you got to have a place to spend them, and you will find yourself in a situation where you got a ton of loot overflow and nowhere to spend it. You could rush if you want. I choose not to, just because I don't want to get too far ahead and have a base that cannot defend itself, although it is Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, which are relatively easy Town Hall levels for higher level players. But since the Elixir Boot Camp was going on, we did max out our army camps. We maxed out the Hero Hall. We maxed out Spell Factory. We're currently upgrading the Barracks, the Dark Barracks, and the Dark Spell Factory. We also upgraded the Clan Castle, this Gold Storage, the Dark Elixir Storage, and the Blacksmith. Inside the Blacksmith, some of you were asking me last week why I have not upgraded the Magic Mirror, and that's because I was saving the ore so I could upgrade the Earthquake Boots to level 12, which is now maxed for Town Hall 10, and the Giant Arrow to level 12 as well. We do have a little bit of ore saved up that we could spend on the Minion Prince abilities, but instead I'm going to go ahead and equip Spiky Ball, replacing the Rage Vial, and we can go ahead and upgrade it one or two, maybe a couple times actually. Maybe. Okay. Level 5. All right. Yes. And that's where we're going to top out because we ran out of shiny ore. This upcoming week, we're going to be shifting our builders from the offensive upgrades, which we'll be finishing up in a couple of hours. Well, we got one that's a day and 18 hours. We got one that's 14 and one that's 22. But we're going to be shifting all 3 builders into hero upgrades. We've spent a lot of time on that Archer Queen. The Queen is currently going to level 26 and she'll be done in 46 minutes. So we caught the Queen up quite a bit since the last time I saw it, but now we're going to be shifting 3 builders into upgrade Barbarian King, Archer Queen, and Minion Prince at the same time. And then last but not least, the treasure hunt. The only significant thing that I've pulled from this event thus far is 2 clan castle cakes. That's what's facilitated the entire trophy push to start. To be honest with you, I mean, when you get 12 hours of being able to claim free clan castle troops, you gotta do a trophy push because you're definitely missing out on an opportunity, that's for sure. Other than that, it's just been resources and clan capital gold. You know the routine. No legendary chests here. So let us know down in the comments below what you've been able to pull, or if you have any advice for other new players out there. We'll see you in the next one, boys.